Hi, Pisces. Welcome to the last half of April 2020. I know it's crazy to say that. So if you haven't heard already through social media or any of the other videos, I had oral surgery a few weeks ago, and it took me a minute to recover. It took me a while to recover, so that's why these are late. But better late than never, right? Let's see what's going on for you guys at the end of April. Pisces, man, you know, it's really interesting when there is such a time of endings, time of change, time of having to process all of the lessons, right, that we've been learning. We have the Ten of Swords. I sort of had a feeling that your reading might be the hardest, because it just, I mean, Saturn just entered your 12th house. So really having that, you know, the restrictions on like Ten of Swords, right? It feels like everything is falling apart right now. Nine of Swords and the Devil. You could be dealing with a Capricorn energy that's got you really stuck up in your head about something, and we're going to find out exactly what this is. But the process in which we are able to come out of anxiety and out of the sadness and the fear and all of those things that are kind of holding us hostage right now, the process for us to come out of that is really working on our shadow work. And our shadow work is what is sort of, yeah, the devil, right? I feel like some of you, the devil, and then we have the death card. I feel like some of you are really starting to feel the collective energies in ways that you probably never have in the past. And I think that might be something that can drag you into a very dark period if you allow for that to happen. And so I want you to get back. I want you to get in touch with the earth again. I want you to get grounded. And I don't even, oh, look at that, King of Cups. So the emotional processing that you guys are doing, right? Like, look at that guy. He is just out there in the middle of the ocean in his rowboat by himself. And I feel like that's what you guys feel like. I'm doing this on my own. I'm processing this on my own. I'm not entirely sure what the lesson is here. How am I supposed to figure this out if all I'm doing is feeling and feeling and feeling? That's the point. It's for you to feel all of it. And you can't avoid. There's no such thing as the avoidance factor anymore. So, Ten of Swords. Trying to avoid what is inevitable is going to... you're only going to alienate yourself even further. And this transformation, you could also be dealing with a Scorpio energy, but this death and transformational process is needed. And I mean, this is, you know, you guys sort of ushered in a whole new age of being for the entire world. Like, your season was probably the hardest and the longest season that I've been through in a while. But it was 100% needed. The healing that you provide to the collective is so pronounced. And allowing yourself, and this is whether you're a sun, moon, rising, Venus, these last 2 weeks of April is going to be purging all of that. And allowing it, like starting with today, with Earth Day. Today is the 22nd of April. Starting with today, Earth Day. You know, if you've been spending a lot of time in nature, I want you to start spending a lot of time putting your energy back into You know, it's one thing to just walk around outside, but it's another thing to just like stand there and just feel the air and feel the breeze and listen to the sound and feel the earth under your feet and actually like really putting your energy into it. Let's see what this Ten of Swords is, because I feel like this worst case scenario thing, I know how it can be painful, but are you processing the pain or are you just sitting in it? Oh, there's so much. There's so much. Okay. Yeah. See, I think you're avoiding it because there's just so much. So, I'm not surprised that we have Cups cards on the swords. So the Seven of Cups on the Ten of Swords. Of course, when there are a lot of options there, you're going to probably take the option of going to the worst possible case scenario, because when has it ever worked out? So you automatically condition yourself to believe that it's not going to work out. Right? So then we have the Four of Cups on the Nine of Swords. Are you avoiding the inevitable? Are you using the avoidance technique in order to not accept what's happening because you don't want to lose sleep? I feel like the reason why you might be losing sleep and you might be anxious is because you're avoiding it. And if you were to just be able to say, this is what I'm dealing with, this is what the world's dealing with, these are the energies that I'm feeling, I must accept this as part of my journey. If you could say that to yourself without beating yourself up, then maybe we could let everything fall to pieces. I mean, this is I feel like some of you, and I'm not really big on like predicting things, but I feel like some of you are losing quite a bit right now with the Tower on the Devil. And if this is an internal battle that you are having within yourself, I don't want you to beat yourself up. I don't want you to sell yourself short. But the Tower on the Devil, man, it's a lot. It really is. It's a lot. And it's bringing you it's almost bringing you to a peaceful acceptance about how much it is. Let's see this Death card. Knight of Wands. Are you not sure what to do about the Scorpio? I feel like you have some decisions to make, and I feel like some of these decisions are going to be based on how it's going to change your life more. And I feel like some of these decisions are, I mean, it's a life-altering decision. It feels like it's a life-altering decision. And so of course you would be a little bit leery to make it. Of course you would be a little bit not sure whether you could actually make this decision or if it needs to fall on the shoulders of maybe somebody else. For some of you, this has to do with work and not knowing where the money is going to come from, not knowing where the next paycheck, if you're going to be able to pay your bills in May, or even if you're going to be able to pay your bills in April. For some of you, you feel like you're very much alone in everything that's going on because you can't see the outcome. And you guys being the intuitive, like so intuitive, for you to not know the outcome, that's scary. That's a little bit frightening for you to not really be able to see the outcome happening, right? The Four of Pentacles on the King of Cups. If you guys need to be in solitude this month, just do it. But being in solitude with the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles in your reading, being in solitude, I want you to see, I don't want you to drag yourself into a depressive state where you're sitting there and you're like, what's the point anyways? And if that's the problem, please reach out to someone. Please, like, reach out to a friend, reach out to me. I want you to see how this is shifting your life, how this is changing the process of your very existence so that you can thrive later on. I feel like this is showing you how being a slave to the system for so long created a roadblock for you when the system failed. And now you have to depend solely on what you can depend on. You know, you see what I'm saying? So just because we don't see the safety and security doesn't mean that it's not there. The moon on the Four of Wands, bottom of the deck, Five of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups with the Queen of Swords. Okay. I felt like there was an air sign energy, like even maybe possibly an Aquarius energy in this reading, which is funny because there's no Aquarius anywhere until the Queen of Swords shows up. And that doesn't even really represent Aquarius. It just represents the air sign. But I was feeling a very Aquarius vibe here. Because I feel like what you're trying to do is think of the situation in a logical way, and your feelings keep on taking a hold of you. Your feelings keep on saying, no, we're going to process this in not such a logical way. We're going to process this with feelings and emotions. And it's almost as if you wish you could be more of a think of, to process it more logically, say like an Aquarius would. But here's the thing, Pisces, is you are allowing yourself to create the stability that you need to create in your life. And within doing that, yes, you're going to have to release some things. Yes, you're probably going to have to grieve some stuff that you lost. But now you get to make decisions on how to change your life so you're not so much slaved to the system that failed you. And the Page of Cups with the Queen of Swords. I feel like either there's an air sign that's apologizing to you, or somebody I feel like somebody wants you to accept their apology. That you have to be discerning about that. I don't think it's going to happen without a fight or an argument. I feel like there are certain situations that you're just not going to put up with anymore because you've had it. You have gotten through, the worst of it is over, and now you have decisions, and now you have options that you have to come to terms with so that you can create a life that is yours and not a life that is based on what somebody else wants you to live. You see? And the stability is there because you're going to create it. You're going to make it happen. You're going to make the stability happen. Being abundant doesn't necessarily mean you're rich. Being abundant means that you are safe and secure within who you are. You see, there's a difference. And allowing yourself to accept the flow and not fight against it, that's going to be huge for you guys right now. So if you need a little bit of extra assistance, I'm not doing personal readings right now, but I do have the membership available for the channel. So you can either click join underneath this video, or you can go to Patreon. No pressure. The members are getting very spoiled right now, and so that's where a lot of my focus is going to be over there. So if you do need some extra help, we have like a Discord where we're all texting each other throughout the day and making sure that we're all doing well. And it's a really great family to be a part of. Everybody is extremely inviting. So join us over there if you would like to. All of that information is below the video or in the description box. I love you guys. Deep breaths every day, and stay grounded. And I will see you guys for May readings. Bye.